All right, listeners, buckle up because today we've got someone who's rewriting the rulebook and doing it in style. Joining us is Allia Khan, a senior lawyer, head of legal, with an impressive track record of leading high-performing legal teams in top-tier organizations like TPD, and now in the Lloyd's of London Company's market's leading UK sport service provider. When Allia is not navigating the complex world of contracts and compliance, she is channeling her creative genius into her bold and unapologetically disruptive fashion brand, Mansion 28. With the tagline, "We are disruptors," Allia is tearing down old school notions of elegance and redefining what it means to be confident, bold, and undeniably stylish. And did I mention she is also a Krav Maga and motorsports enthusiast? So let's dive into her incredible journey from building legal teams to crafting fashion that turns heads and sparks confidence. Welcome to the show, Allia.
Hi, Rohan.
How are you, Allia?
I'm really well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, and I guess it's great to have you on the show with such a bold statement and someone who is doing such bold stuff. It's good to have you today, and I hope you'll have an amazing time with our podcast.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
So, starting off, we'll start with the main interview first. So, we'll first talk about background and inspiration. So, can you tell me what is the background of your business? How did it all start? What inspired you to start your business?
Yeah, of course. So basically, as you know, I've been juggling quite a few things in my legal career, and I'd always had a passion to start something quite creative because I've always had a creative flair to me. So I'd been traveling to Saudi Arabia quite often and Dubai, which I absolutely love. I love the culture and the values.
Amazing countries.
It is, they're amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely agree there. And one of the things I used to do when I looked around was I used to always want to wear quite bright colours, but modest wear, obviously, and something quite light because it's obviously very hot. But I just still really wanted to stand out because that's me. I like being bold and empowered and all of that. And I wanted something quite high-end luxury as well and not too heavy. And I really couldn't find anything. So I had a thought for a while that this is what I want to create. So it took a bit of time because I had a whole idea behind it and a whole story. I had the name figured out, Mansion 28. I had the whole story to go with it, and that's what we want to tell. And so that's what really sparked it. And I just thought, if you've got to start, you've just got to start now. And that's my ethos, really. Don't overthink. If you've got an idea, you're passionate about it, you're just going to keep waiting and you'll never take that step. So I just thought, right, we need to get this out there. I absolutely love this. And some people I tell about it as well. They are absolutely really excited about it as well. So I thought, I've got to unleash it onto the world.
Yeah. So, there are two kinds of people. One who spend too much time planning and then they can really never start. I guess you're the other one who says, let's start and we learn along
Yeah,
journey.
absolutely. That's a good ethos to have. I mean, we've been very particular about our research, testing of the materials, testing the product out as well. So I think that's a really important thing, that if you've got a good idea of a service or a product, start it. Yes, you will inevitably learn as you go along. Everybody, all entrepreneurs do anywhere, any business starter does, but also be passionate about your product and research it and, be really particular about the small things because that's what's important. And also look at the customer experience, how they're going to feel, how you can make it easy for them, why they would want it, and test all them things out. So that's really important. It's not just going to it blindly. It's being passionate about it, doing that research, but then taking the actual steps to do it and not just thinking, why didn't I do that?
Yeah. I get your point, what you're trying to say. So that's your background now, coming to challenges and successes. So what challenges have you faced as a business owner and how did you overcome them?
And that's a really great question. I think it's been really rewarding starting the business. And I'd say that I like to think of challenges as growth. So I don't really like that word a lot of the time because I think everything from any bad or challenge as such comes good. And it's a bit like flipping a coin. It's got two sides. It's a bit like eating bread. You can't eat one side. So with every sort of challenge, there's something good that comes out of it because you always learn. With us, I suppose the challenge was knew we were going into the fashion industry, and it's a highly saturated market. So you've really got to think and be authentic. You've got to really like your brand and really be passionate about it. So I suppose one of the challenges was standing out and being different. That's what we're all about, and telling a story in bold and empowered. Obviously, another challenge was I'm also a lawyer, so I've got quite a busy job as a head of legal, which I absolutely love. So it's kind of wearing multiple hats and quite different hats actually as well. So I suppose you could see that as a challenge, but it was more growth for me, and it was more something I was actually really excited about. So I think you've just got to be quite resilient and quite adaptable to certain situations too.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like your approach towards challenges because this is what is said, that entrepreneurs are people who find solution to the challenges, and it's that solution that they sell for the challenges that's make them an entrepreneur, and that's how they sell their business. So I absolutely love your concept that you don't find it as challenge, you find it as a growth. So no, this is really amazing and it's really inspirational. Yes. So this brings me to my next question. Can you share a major success or milestone you're particularly proud of, especially with your business?
I think that I'm really, really proud of the fact that I am being true to the brand, what our brand has always been about, and our ethos. So again, it is very bold and bright and empowering. And, you get people saying, well, is that a bit too bold, or is it a bit too different? And I think for me, it is very much, it's really something I'm proud of, that I do stick to that ethos. The other thing is we obviously had a whole big media day very recently in the UK, and it went really, really well. And it was just getting all the team together, and it was really making our vision and story come to life. So that was a major thing as well that I'm particularly proud of. And the other thing I'm really proud of is that the women that are already wearing our look spares have fed back to us and said, when we've worn them, the comments that we've had and the way they've made us feel has been brilliant, and we feel really, really confident. And I think that out of everything is the best feeling for me, because that's why I wanted to launch this brand. It was because I wanted women to feel good and confident when wearing our look spares.
Okay. Ali, just a quick question, because you're mentioning bold and bright all the time. Is this your own creation that you're wearing?
It is. So this is one of my creations. This is the Imperial Scarlet. So all our look spares also have names.
Okay.
We're around a mansion house. It's Mansion 28. We have rooms within the mansion, and they're all color coded. And all our look spares have a name, and they all have a story behind them. And funnily enough, as well, the models is another thing I'm really proud of, because the models that we use as well are very on point with the brand and the story.
Okay.
And they all
Yeah.
have their stories to tell as well. That will be something that will be coming out
Amazing.
later within the brand. But again, you want to tell a story, not just about the products, but about the women that are wearing them and the models that we're using as well. So we were quite
Okay.
particular who we used, and we're all inclusive again. So our models, for instance, are from all walks of life and all backgrounds as well.
And just curious, is this piece available for sale now?
Yeah, so the piece is available for sale. Yeah, we have 9 main colors, and they're all brilliant colors. The material flows well on
I
every.
can say, looking at this one, I can say that they'll be brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, so no, it's part of the collection, the launch collection.
Yes. So, apart from all this conversation, now coming back to the main point, because I can always go straight with my conversations, I know that. So, now the next question that's a part of the proper podcast is there anything that you did for your business and you would want to do it differently now? Or are you happy with what you've done, how you've done, and you feel contented?
To be really honest with you, I think that I do feel content. And I think that's a really important thing, because again, as you go along, you learn. And if you look back and think, oh, I should have done that, maybe you didn't test it out first or do the research enough. But these things can sometimes happen as well, and you just learn from them. Again, it comes back to
Yes.
growth. For me, I think that the short answer would be no, because I'm very into the regret minimization theory, which is, if you look at yourself or imagine yourself rather at say 80 years old, and you're sitting there and you're thinking, have I got any regrets in my life? What I should have done maybe, or what I shouldn't have done? And if you can think that, well, there's these certain things that I should have done or started, like a business, you've got to really minimize them regrets and then think, well, actually, I'm going to do it now because I don't want to be an 80-year-old self who looks back and thinks, why didn't I do that?
My next question, you've already pretty much answered through your conversation, how enthusiastic about your brand, and it already tells me, how you're standing out in your market, within your competition and everything. But still, because it's a part of the podcast, so I'll still ask you this question: that what sets your business apart in your industry?
Well, yeah, you guessed it right, Rohan. I'd say that we are the disruptors. That's our tagline. And I think what sets us apart is we are bold, we're unapologetic,
and we are bright
with our colours, absolutely to a point. We're very into the learn, earn and return ethos as well. So we have gone through the learning process of setting up exactly what our customers want and how it will make them feel, the whole process of sustainability around our products. We've got a brilliant small team who we use, who know our products to a T, and are really on brand with us, including, as I said, our models, which is really good.
And my last question from the main interview part is, what advice would you give to someone who's looking forward to start their own business, and especially if someone is looking forward to start the business as a business as yours? What advice would you like to give them?
What I would say is that basically sit down first of all, get a piece of paper out and write down what you actually want to do and what your purpose is and what you're passionate about. And that's what we'll find what your product or service is where you want to start a business. So be very crystal clear about your mission and how you're going to be problem solving that and moving it forward. I would say, start small, but always dream big as well. So, always think I can do this, or this is really what I want to do, my end goal, not, oh, I don't think I can do it, because a lot of self-talk as well is really important. So, people say if you're positive, if you're very positive and you say, I can do it, you will do it. Of course you will.
Yeah. Thank you, Allia, for all your input and the amazing answers you've given and the insights you've given to your brand and the ideas you've shared with us. Really amazing. Also, it was lovely to chat with you regarding the advice you've shared with if someone is starting their own brand or starting their own business, especially like yours. So this is great. So now we come to the quick fire round. Quick fire round is where I ask you 15 questions. You have to quickly answer them. And if you don't like a question and you don't want to answer it, you can simply say pass. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes. So the first one is, if you could eat only one meal for the rest of your life, what it would be?
Avocado.
Avocados, great choice. What's the funniest mistake you've made when starting your business?
I think the funniest mistake that I've made was wanting to buy everything that had glitter on it initially and then thinking, actually, no, it looks really good, as in it's so blingy, but no, we've got to reel this back and go back to what we want. We want high looks, and that's what we are.
Yeah. If you could swap lives with any other business owner, a renowned one, for one day, who would it be?
I think that it would probably be someone like Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, great choice.
No, actually, can I change my answer?
Yeah.
I think it would probably be the owner of Four Seasons, because Four Seasons hotels and chains are known for luxury. They are brilliant, and that's what we're all about. So why not?
Yeah. So next one. If you could hire any fictional character to work for you, who would it be?
John Wick.
John Wick. I absolutely love John Wick.
Funnily enough, our launch video is actually there's a bit in there which is
inspired by that. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next question is, if you could use only one social media platform for the rest of your life, which one would it be?
I think for the business, it would be something like Instagram. On a professional level, it would probably be LinkedIn, because you can get a lot of a support networker on that, and so you meet some really good people as well.
Yes. If you could teleport anywhere right now, where would you go?
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. And they're doing good with the tourism now.
Absolutely,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
they are. They're doing really good at the moment and really pushing it. So there's lots of good things happening there.
What's the one office supply you can't live without?
I would say it is paper because I still like to do a bit of printing, which is not good. And I'm trying to do less of it, but I still do.
What's the most surprising skill you've picked up from running your business?
I'd say that one of the most surprising skills is actually now checking everything intricately. So I was a bit like that before, but I check every single thing intricately to make sure it's perfect.
Right. What's the best compliment you ever received from a customer?
You made me feel empowered.
Amazing. What's the most overused phrase in your industry? I'll give you two options, one for your law business work and other for your business. So give me two.
With the on the legal side, it would probably be something like, with all due respect, because once we have lots of negotiations, and it is something when you're negotiating and you're not agreeing with the other party, but you want to be polite, you would usually use with all due respect. So I'd say
Yes.
on that side.
And in your fashion brand?
And I'd say in the fashion world, it's probably something like, this is going to work. You've got this.
Yeah.
I say that
Right.
a lot because I like to empower people. So and I'm like, you've got it. You have got it.
Okay. Next, if you could start a second business, what it would be?
So we've already got things in mind, what we want to already do, because we put out a big plan for this. I think I would want to connect people more for a definite. So it would be something around connecting people more and being able to speak up about things more. I think that's really important.
What's your favorite way to celebrate small wins?
With other people, with the team.
That's nice. So you believe that celebrating with your team is the way to go forward.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's all teamwork makes the dream work and everyone's part
Yeah.
of it. So
Yeah.
that's how things work. And it's really
Yeah.
important to value other people.
Yes. What's your dream location for a work retreat? Not holidays, a work retreat.
If I was to go on a retreat, it would probably be somewhere like Bali.
Yeah. So you can let your creativity flow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what's the one thing you wish you knew before starting your business?
Exactly where to source what I wanted, because I had to find it and make a lot of the things or get teams on board who could do that because it just wasn't out there.
Okay. Okay. And now the last question, and it's my most favorite one. What's the most random object on your desk right now?
Okay, let me have a look. The most random it is very random. There's a lot of things that are really random.
Just
It's
pick one.
actually, yeah, okay, sorry. It is a bobblehead lawyer saying I'm nuts about
I want to
law.
see it.
You
I
want
want
to
to see
see
it.
it? Okay.
It really it moves.
It does move, I know.
Yeah. So thank you, Allia, for a very beautiful and amazing quick fire round. Now we come towards closing our podcast. So I would like to ask you what's next for your business? What are your new exciting plans that are on the horizon?
We've got lots of new things and new ideas coming up. We've got some collaborations. We're doing lots of charity work. Can't give it all away. And we've got new ideas around the story. So we will be developing the story around Mansion 28 and how we're just disrupting the modest market. So they're really exciting things, and we're just staying true to the brand.
But you're releasing one thing at a time.
Yes, we are. Yeah. We've got unlocked rooms in the mansion, and some will be starting unlocked.
Yeah. Perfect. So where can our viewers or listeners find you and your business online?
So the business is on Instagram, and it's also on TikTok. So it's Mansion 28 official. It's also on we have a website, mansion.com. And of course, on more personal level, we're also on LinkedIn. And I am also personally on LinkedIn as well. So of course, I love that community, and I'm happy to connect with anyone as well.
What I'll do is I'll put all your links in the description below my podcast, and people can connect with the brand, with you, and all of the links that you have, right?
Thanks, Rohan.
Yeah, thank you, Alia, for today. It was amazing having you. I hope everyone who's listening to the podcast or viewing it would have loved Alia's story, Alia's journey, her advice, her quick fire round. So do follow her brand, and thank you for listening and viewing to this podcast. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.